No way. Really? Vanessa Kirby.
Dwayne? Yeah.
Did you have a role in Star Trek?
Did you?
Not me. I don't know.
No way. Really?
I can imagine him just being up for it.
Jason Statham.
Jason. That is mad, isn't it? I was like, what, bro?
Google it, it's everywhere.
Jason Statham.
Idris?
Dwayne?
Was it Dwayne? Okay, for the Flex, yeah, sorry. I just thought maybe I was trying to like get ahead of you, be like, you haven't said Idris yet, maybe it's him.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, Idris. Idris Elba.
Idris. I said, babes, what's that about? He's like, I love it.
Oh,
It's Idris.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It's got to be Dwayne, right?
I'm going with Dwayne.
Jason. Really? I did guess that.
Jason, is it? He plays the drums. God, that dark horse.
These guys are a lot more alike than we think, huh?
Yeah. Because Dwayne loves to sing.
Yeah.
Who was that? Rock and roll dancer, was it Jason?
Dwayne?
Wow, that's obviously me.
This guy right here with the hips.
Oh, was it? Okay, fine, that makes sense. I haven't seen Jason's dance moves, it has to be said.
30 years ago, I had plenty of moves. It's like, yeah, I'm married with children now.
Defensive Players of the Year was a stunt guy, and I've forgotten his name, and he's in the film.
Dwayne.
Roman, exactly.
Roman, oh man. I only saw him for a day, I couldn't assess that.
Vanessa Kirby.
Me?
I did know that, yes, because she's got a birthday close to my son's birthday. Vanessa Kirby's?
Oh my God, I've no idea.
Ooh, that would have to be Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah.
Really? His grandfather played the villain. Oh, like the big guy, probably.
Grandfather, his mother's father.
Was it? How mad? That is a crazy fact.
A good amount was improvised, but also, I mean respectfully though, because there's actors' processes who and I do respect that obviously, but also when you do have chemistry and trust with somebody, which I do have with Jason, like I have with Kevin Hart, it allows for more of a freedom, and it allows for, like, oh, I got a line. I'm gonna say that your voice, Jason Statham, sounds like a prepubescent, nasally Harry Potter. That's what I'm gonna say. And he would be like, you could just tell, like, he hated that. But I said, but what if you said my face is so fat and ugly, or whatever I was saying to him. But those moments were always special. That always led to this really great chemistry. I mean, really, the chemistry between Jason and I is the anchor of the movie. And it's really perfect because he is British, I'm half Samoan and half black, which is basically who Hobbs is, basically who his character is. He has British sensibilities. He likes tea and beer. I like to drink raw eggs and drink tequila. We come together like that, and it's really just this really cool chemistry.
Listen, half of them stay in the movie and half of them disappear. So I think we always focus on the ones that didn't make the movie. You know, why is that? Well, it was too close to the bone. It was too X-rated. It was too this. You want them all to stick. And you know, we kind of a 15-minute scene of me and Dwayne hurling insults at each other. Although I would love to see that.
It's a mix. I think it's a mix and a blend, and they're really professional. They're very committed to creating this illusion and this fun for the audience. They're really, really smart about it, and they do a fantastic job. But it's a mix. I think they work things out and they shoot. Yeah. Then the Chris Morgan comes and writes, and the directors are fantastic. He's got a great sense of comedy with Deadpool and everything in his background. So yeah, great directing, great creative team, and the two movie stars are phenomenal at working those beats and those moments.
it's the hardest thing is to keep a straight face, because when the camera cuts, we literally roll on the floor laughing. It is. It's difficult.
Dwayne can make Jason laugh. Jason can't keep a straight face, so he starts laughing for ages. And then when he starts laughing, he's not as hard as he looks, you know what I mean? He's just like, oh, stop. Dwayne did that to him quite a bit. Well, I didn't get to do the banter. The boys did the banter, but I didn't keep a straight face, because when Jason and Dwayne go at it, it was quite funny. My character, he did a little bit of banter, but they cut it out of the film, I think, and it kept my character quite straight down the line. It was quite funny watching the two go at it.
Two guys, opposite ends of a table, don't want to work together. Let's see why they don't want to work together. And we just literally have to address the characters and what we don't like about that person. So it's pretty much a bit of tennis, you know. Back and forth, you're this, you're that. Oh, that's all you do? Yeah, really? Tell your mum what? My mum? It's all, it's the silly old banter. I think people like that because it's, I think everybody's been in a situation where they've had some kind of friction with somebody and there's been a hurl of insults.
Well, luckily, I think, my character's meant to be quite withering and meant to be more the straight man. So, I just had to see them like she would and just roll her eyes the whole time and just tell them to shut up and get on with it.
One of the best things about Hobbs & Shaw was not only the spin-off aspect and making sure that we paid homage to the Fast and Furious franchise. We had the DNA of family and action and things like that, but also wanted to make sure that we created our own identity and created an action movie that had loads of just humor, and I wanted people to laugh.
It was great to be in London, filming in London, being on the streets. We had friends come see us on the set. Yeah, it was really special. The logistics of, these big, Black Hawk helicopters and, car chasers in very tight, congested areas of London, they're not easy to shoot. So they have to be worked out with the second unit team, the stunt drivers and us, how much driving can we do? It's quite complicated. Part of that is why you need someone like David Leitch at the helm, because he is a stunt guy, essentially. He's the stunt guy that has ascended all the different avenues. He was stunt coordinator, second unit director, now he's the big honcho. So I've known Dave, I've had an on-street fight with Dave back in probably 10 years ago. We did The Mechanic in New Orleans and I slung him out of a window. It was, so I've known Dave a long, long time. So for him to be guiding the ship through the water there, it's great. It's working with your old pal.
It's interesting because David Leitch comes from a sort of stunt background, so he kind of does it where stunt guys learn on the job. Right, you're going to jump over there and fall over, all right? There's no prep for that, you just got to go and do it. But they'll figure out ways to shoot it so you don't hurt yourself and have to do it over and over again. Preparation was really about getting fit and being able to do long takes, especially with the fighting stuff. The fighting is like a massive jigsaw, 16 different shots or one punch and then on to the next. For me, it was, very segmented into being in the cockpit and all of that. And the rest of it, there's some really phenomenal stunt helicopters, because that sequence they actually shot with a real stunt helicopter. The guy that flew it is an amazing guy, really, really the best in the world probably. And he was the only person that could actually do it. So I think it must have taken a few months to sort of figure out how to do it and then do it.
We don't mess around. Everybody's got to come prepared, and it was a high pressure situation. We had a lot of work to do every day, and everybody had to come prepared and ready to deliver.
Where we were, this was the kind of the go home and just getting it.
Well, and we were at the end of the shoot as well, so they might have been playing pranks earlier in the shoot. By the time we were down to the wire, we had to get it in the can. We finished filming in January. It's already out in it
was a quick turnaround. So
that's not even 6 months, man.
No monkey business. We had to get in there, get it done, and then get them to where they could, fix it all up. So
yeah, Dwayne's got a great sense of humor. He doesn't take himself too seriously, or his character. He's very open, very generous to trying things.
Yeah, I think we're on a tight schedule, so it really made for. It kept that urgency, which for me at least, when it comes to performing, you want to have something to kind of make sure you're not,
And we had a lot of very high stakes, big action sequences, very complex, complicated sort of setups and rigs with hundreds of extras and a lot of, we had pyrotechnics, we had special effects, we had visual effects,
a lot of moving
CGI.
parts.
It's like computer graphics, so there were so many moving parts.
The rain, we all got ill. All the guys were sick. I was really sick. We were all ill, so ill because it's freezing and you're like shivering, and then they say action, you have to be like super cool, and you get drenched and you're in it for like maybe 3 days at a time. It's really intense. And we all got sick. I can't remember who started it off. I think it might have been Jason. I think Jason got sick, I got sick, Idris got sick, Dwayne got sick. Even Dwayne got sick, you never get sick. We all got really ill.
So I didn't get sick, but I tell you what, it was proper miserable. You know, we did like 2 weeks of rain shooting.
There's so much training and so much choreography, but that street scene, so in order for me to run barefoot along a London pavement, they had to mold my feet and make like rubber kind of socks in the shape of feet, but they were massive. So they looked like hobbit feet. And I was so embarrassed running down the street in London, and like, it kind of slows you down and everyone's staring, and that's the glamour of action movies.
The funniest moment for me is anytime that I could really piss Jason Statham off. I'll share a little secret with you. He's very strict in terms of if it's on the page of the script and we've all approved it, then that's what he's going to say. That's what he wants to say. And of course, that's an actor's process. I'm that way too. However, when I get to set in the morning, I'm also thinking, well, what if we said it like this? Or let me say this and we could try it like this, and just, I'm always looking for new ways, because you never know, that's where the magic could come in. He hated that. I could see he would be so pissed off. Every morning I'm like, okay, I got an idea. He would be like, I said, but it's gonna be great. That's where we're gonna find the magic. So I used to piss him off all the time. Made me so happy. Anytime he's pissed off, I'm happy.
It was great to be in London, filming in London, being on the streets. We had friends come see us on the set. Yeah, it was really special.
Every day, just because, you know, like, it's really not my natural habitat to be in action, and, you know, I really wanted to really take care of the female character and make sure that she was as capable as a man. It was really important to me for the little girls in cinemas to feel that, I think.
There was one point, I mean, I thought it was funny. Probably the people performing didn't think it was funny, but I was just in the background at the time. It was him and Dwayne filming a scene. And
I don't think that made the cut.
It probably didn't, but either way, I'm in the middle of it, so you're just gonna have to know now. But it was one of those deals where I just walked in and, you know, was kind of staying busy, and you and I think New kind of pushed in front of us with Dwayne. Or no, this is where you were meeting him into the chop shop, and yeah. Dwayne and New walked in front of us. And I was just in the background trying to stay busy, and I grabbed like a wrench and was just acting like, you know, and of course I drop it, you know, mid scene while Dwayne's delivering lines, and it has to hit everything metal on the way down. It wasn't just like falling in the dirt quietly. It was ding, bing, boom, bing, bong. It hit everything that it could have possibly hit.
Well, he's a freshman too, you see. He hasn't
Yeah.
had a lot of time on set.
So yeah, do a little less when you're in the background is what I learned there. Don't stay so busy and keep quiet back there. So I messed up the scene. I messed up his words, his verbiage and everything. We had to restart, but those were just kind of a couple of funny things for me at least.